CNN.
So there's bullying and there's fear tactics, and they're demanding a silence from those that profess Jesus and want to live to his standards. And so what's happening is HGTV probably was not prepared for that battle, but unfortunately it came to their doorsteps. And Jason and I, we've never changed who we are.
That was David Benham talking about his show with his brother, his twin brother, that HGTV canceled after a website branded him as an anti-gay extremist. We want to keep the conversation going with Gene Casares and Fraser Seitel.
You know, obviously there is a discussion to be had about free speech and what people can and can't say and where they can and can't say it. But Fraser, is this even an issue of that in this case, or is this an issue of pure business? HGTV calculating who watches, who will watch, and they just made the decision based on that.
It's an issue of both. It was purely a business decision. They didn't want the aggravation. They cut and run. On the other hand, as the Benham brothers said, it's unfair. These groups on the right and on the left are zealots. They have one objective. If you disagree with them, they're going to try to get you off the air. So it's both free speech, and he made a very good point, and they're very classy about it. But it's free speech on the one hand, but absolutely business on the other.
There's an interesting conversation to be had, too, about the, you know, the expectations we put on people that are in reality television, too. I mean, we could have a whole separate panel about that. I'm wondering if you think, Gene, that we'll see an about-face with HGTV. We saw how they did that. Well, a different network did it with Duck Dynasty a little bit.
But you're right. Faith-driven consumer. Okay, they got involved in Duck Dynasty. They got 260,000 signatures on a petition that many believe helped get the show back on the air. They are now getting involved in this. They have hashtag flip this decision, which is much like the show, flip it forward. We'll see how much power it has.
Hey, Fraser, you said something really interesting. You were talking about the brothers themselves and how they handled this. We have a clip of them again on New Day, and it's pretty interesting what they say. Let's listen.
We would love to work with HGTV. We absolutely love.
So you don't feel wronged at all in this, is what you're telling me?
No, no, we don't feel wronged at all. We just, as David said, that this isn't HG versus us or us against the gay community. This is an agenda, and we're getting to witness it right now. I mean, check it out. We believe in Jesus Christ, and David has specifically said some things, and an agenda says, you believe this, I believe this. Now you can't say your belief. That's not right.
You actually saw two things that I think are very interesting. One is you saw them beginning to handle this in a PR way, very positive, saying we don't blame HGTV at all. No, we completely understand this. Was no harm, no foul. This was just business. On the other hand, then they started to attack that agenda, the agenda. We have nothing against gays. We have something against the gay agenda. I'm not clear the separation there, and is that where their problem lies?
Well, they're grown-ups, and they're hoping that they would, and they make money. They're real estate moguls in Charlotte. They make a living. They're hoping they can become stars with somebody's network. I suspect it's not going to be HGTV.
Fraser Seitel, Gene Casares, really a delight to have you here. And one thing that also needs to be said, not all God-fearing Christians support what these people say, and that's an important distinction to make. A lot of people don't believe that's what their faith tells them. All right, then.